Welcome with a new video. In this video, we will discuss how to read a newspaper. I will just let you know my experience. So if you want to read newspaper online, you can just easily read from here. So in Google, you have to write down e-paper. So you can see these different tabs. So from here, you will be directly in the newspaper. So you can see it's of 16th of April 2022. So here it is written Saturday. So the price for this paper is 25 and for Sunday I think it's 35. So let's start. So there are some terms and conditions if you are new for just reading this newspaper. So first of all, you have to just read thoroughly. Don't focus on words, that you have to keep every word's meaning in your mind. So from here you can see these different information like Eli's plate thrown out Mazari to conduct chief minister election. So that was won by Shehbaz 196. I think yeah, it's 196. You can just see from today's figure. So another news, Imran sold Tushfana gift in Dubai, that is court of Shehbaz. He was his spokesman, and Islamabad High Court not to intervene in parliamentary proceedings. So you have to just remember these short abbreviations according to Pakistan and international as well. So I'll price to stay unchanged is Prime Minister reject overdraft summary. So you can see these information. So keep in mind, if you think any information is more important, you have to just take a different copy, or you can say a separate copy for this Sintan newspaper only. You have to highlight every information that you think it is an important. So let's go for second page. So from here you can see these different information like 55 motorbike taken away in Lahore in a day, and Punjab Provisional Assembly breaks itself for electing Chief Minister today. Men high on drug kills 6 family members, and no early retirement for a school teacher after 25-year service. BP celebrate Parvez Ishwaq's election. So you can just write this highlight in your copy. So there is a important information, you can just highlight that. So this is the PP's person who took the election. So let's go for another news. So let's go for another page. So here we will go for third page. So from here you can see these different information like PP's Ashraf to assume National Assembly Speaker office. So when you will click here, you can see information. If anything is necessary, you can write down in your notes. So from here, you can see these different information of this speaker. So you can just overgo through this. So Mr. Suri had accepted the resignation of 123 MNAs. So this is a point that how many MNAs just submitted their resignation. That was 123. So like this way, you can just note down these bullets in your notes. So let's go for other news. So 7 injured amid in Shanghai protests. So National Accountability Bureau cannot arrest suspects since chief's consent, and that is the court of Supreme Court. So Mazari rebuts ISPR's claim. Imran South Army's chief health. So let's go for another page. So from here you can see these different information like ministry to initiate project for provision of facilities at 167 capitals, schools and colleges. So election of AJK, that is Azad Kashmir, Prime Minister delayed as opposition moves in court. So these are the different news. So let's go for another. So from here you can see ready to hold LG polls on schedule. So this is the statement by Zanjo. So you can see Balochistan PA adopts a resolution seeking opening of border trade. So that is Provisional Assembly, and Shazad Salim met DG NEP Lahore again. So this is news. You can just note down that this is the current DG for NEP, and these are the different news. You can just read every news. So mother of orphan Pilki Sethi is no more. You can also write her date that she was died on this date. So let's go for editorial. So this is the main part for beginners, or you can say those who are applying for commission, or just a point of view for reading these articles. So these are different articles written by different persons. So you can see Imran's choice and cable conspiracy and populism. So you can see cartoon as well. So overall advice and nefarious nexus and the conspiracy conclusion. So these are the different articles. Let's go for opinion. So from here you can see relying on US, that is the trending topic nowadays, and heritage laws. So these are the different editorial and opinion. So like if I'm clicking on this editorial that is written by A.G. Nupani, so you can see the US came in 1945. So you can write twice in the history of Europe, begged America to intervene in civil wars in 1916 against the German and Austrian empires, in 1946 against the German Italian. So this is a GK knowledge point. So you can also add in your notes. So similarly, you can write in your notes like this is a actual disclosure since 1991, when the Soviet Union, that is known as Russia now, broke up, revealed that is in 1945 and 6. Soviet Union was too weak to wage a war against Europe, so it lost over 20 million lives during World War II. So you can write in a bullet that in World War II, the 20 million lives were lost. So similarly, you can just highlight those points. So let's go for another, that is national. So from here, you can see Peshawar High Court 6 minutes of name meeting on closure of Malam Jabba lease pro. So these are the information of that news. So regular wages traffic tariff by 4.85 per unit. So this is the notification given by NEPRA, and big industry expand 8.2% in February. So you can just read this as well. So paper-based payment outnumber digital transactions. So plan with IMF for program renewal from 18th. So you can just note down this, and SPI is 0.68 percentage, and the stock is 117 on positive trigger. So let's go for international news. This is a important page for you, both international pages. So bankrupt Sri Lanka, Russians fuel as crisis worsens. So North Korea tried hackers stole 620 million from players of XC Infinity, that is a statement of ABI, and Shanghai lockdown threatening China's auto sector output, and Twitter adopts poison pill fight takeover by Musk. And these are the pictures in every international portion. So you can just click anyone. If anything is according to your knowledge, you think it's an important, you can write down that. So you can see the president of French, that is Emmanuel Macron, speaks to worker as he tours the reconstruction site inside the Notre Dame on Friday, the third anniversary of the fire that particularly destroyed the cathedral. So you can just see if anything is important in images as well. So you can note down that also. So let's go for international. So you can see Zelensky fears Russia may use not nuclear arms. So this is the president of Ukraine. That is a hot topic nowadays. Ukraine versus Russia. So this is Marcon bets into debate, and Imran sold Tushkhana gift for million in Dubai, and these from our first page, or you can say front page, Islam High Court not to intervene parliamentary proceeding. Elias Play, that was in also first page, or you can say front page. So let's go for back page. It's an also some kind of important 152 injured in clash inside Al-Aqsa compound. So you can just read that also. So Ukraine claims sinking part of Russia Navy. So similarly, you can just read every information for the sports. You can just click on that for your city, like if you're from Karachi or Islamabad, Lahore, Peshawar, you can just look in your city's information that you can say local of that province. So you can see cabinet decide to regularize Kachiabadi from 1997 to 2011. So a stage set for PTA power that is today. So similarly, you can just read whole newspaper. So I was thinking that there are so many videos, but it won't just let you know how to read that. So let's start from again. So front page, national, that is the most important. Editorial and opinion, that is the most important as well. And back page, that is some kind of information sometimes. So you have to just read all this. And if you are new, you can just read this, what I am just mentioning. And there is another thing that I want to tell you is about quotation. So just you have to write this in your notebook live amongst people in such a manner that if you die, they weep over you, and if you are alive, they crave for your company. That is quotation of Hazrat Ali alayhi salam. So this is these you can say quotation from where they had taken. So 78 and 427. So similarly, you can just read whole newspaper, and if you are a beginner, you can just read these 4 to 5 pages on daily basis. Just ignore spellings, or you can say words at this stage. If you read continuously week or 2 weeks, you will just let, or you can say have some idea what this sentence is actually saying. So what I want to show you another thing, that is if you are searching for word play, don't write play meaning in Urdu or any your mother tongue. That is not correct, because some words have many meanings. So from here you can see a request made in urgent and emotional manner. So according to law, there is another definition. Similarly, there are many words that I had already written. Interference meaning in English. So you can see these meanings, and for birds also, and for conspiracy and concussion and heritage and pill and mask and wedges and sinking and muggers. So these are different information that I want to share with you. So thank you so much for watching. Keep reading the newspaper.